Football season and basketball season are both coming up, and I might have to make my way to a Wizards game when the Warriors come to town in November to catch Steph live and in person. It's super easy in the Gametime app. You just search for your game, click the seats, and you're basically done. I love Gametime's super deal that you can see the seats before you buy and that they have the low price guarantee.
Y'all know we're busy with 2 kids, but when we get time to get out of the house, we love going to live events, no matter what kind. I still remember taking Somi to her first basketball game, and it's something I remember for the rest of my life. Gametime has a new feature called Gametime Picks that makes getting tickets for your favorite live events even easier. Gametime Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets.
The curation of Gametime Picks makes it easier to save more on sports, concerts, comedy, theater, or anything you want to go see live. They've got all-in pricing. You can toggle that feature on and show the total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. Got seat views, so you can get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy, and the lowest price guarantee, or Gametime will credit you 110% of the difference. Gametime ticket coverage, your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code JANJ, that's JANDJ, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code JANDJ for $20 off. Download Gametime today. What time is it? Gametime.
The roller coaster of an NFL season is moving right along, and it promises to be a month full of tricks, treats, and of course, touchdowns. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is the #1 place to bet touchdowns.
Running it in from the 1 or an 80-yard bomb. We don't care how they score touchdowns. We want to bet on them. DraftKings heard us and is delivering. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. It's hard not to look at player props for Jaden Daniels every week because he is balling out there. Here's a reason for new customers to do a touchdown dance of their own. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly.
Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Jenkins. That's code Jenkins for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball.
And we're live.
Fuck a dot. Damn.
I mean, fuck dots on Halloween. I do like dots though, but I just don't want, you know what I mean? That's not something I want to get from somebody. Anyway.
Yeah. Welcome to Jenkins and Jones on the Volume Podcast
We can
Network.
get into that another
time. It's Thursday, October 31st. It is Halloween. We're going to talk World Series for a couple minutes, but mainly this is our Love is Blind reunion recap episode. We're not going to have another regular episode for a little bit, so we wanted to start with World Series. But as always, Jenkins and Jones is hosted by LaJethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John, a.k.a. the #1 dot hater.
No, I like dots. I just don't want to spend my Halloween pulling gum out of my teeth. There's too much other candy to eat. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm with it. But anyway, what's that, Bubbles?
He's looking for an efficient scorer.
Exactly.
Don't
we
dribble
got a
the
lot
ball
going on
30 times.
Right,
Swing that
nigga.
bitch.
Start the office, nigga. Let's get it moving. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
Hey, everybody. Have a good
He's distributing munchies on Halloween, which I'm going into his own reservoir. I'm Guardy B, aka Mike.
Motherfucking Mike.
And we are produced as always by the lovely and talented Jackson Saffon and Josh Rodriguez.
How you doing?
I'm going to take this opportunity to say that I messed up and I forgot to get our live tweet off. I just tweeted it. If you guys can go while I'm filibustering here.
Oh,
hit the retweet button. There's a lot of people.
Untenable.
Yeah,
untenable indeed.
There's people in the chat agreeing with you guys about dots. I like dots. Even on Halloween.
I know. I like dots.
No, but I would never. I would never get them outside of Halloween. I think is maybe why I like them on Halloween.
Yeah, I would never buy dots.
My family, me, or anyone in my family would never buy dots, so I would only ever get them on Halloween. So
John
that's why
is making a gameplay point though, and he's correct. Like I like Heath bars. I like toffee a lot, but I do not want a Heath bar on Halloween because then you have the toffee is embedded in your molars and you're eating Skittles that taste like toffee. That's not what
it's totally
want.
fair. I'm just saying that like it still feels special to me on Halloween because I never get them otherwise.
I do understand that people don't buy. I love dots. I only buy dots if I'm like at a theater and they have them or something. I'm never like.
Theater.
Are you a theater person? I forgot.
St. Louis, nigga, is probably regional. You know what I'm saying? I say ambulance too. Niggas be like ambulance. I'm like, all that shit. Yeah. I'm theater, nigga.
The theater.
Riley be like, you mean ambulance? I'm like an ambulance, nigga. What you mean, nigga? Regional, but but I don't actually go. I'm not going to Target to buy dots, so I do understand your logic as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, the Dodgers won the fucking World Series last night. I think you can see why I was stressed about all the ways that it could have gone wrong. And thankfully, the Yankees poured more urine down their leg than is on the average subway car. The defense in the fifth inning, I've truly never seen some shit like that before. And I think you struggle to put it into context for people and what that would look like in other sports. Aaron Judge dropping a routine fly ball that I would scream at my son, and I do not scream at kids playing baseball. I would have screamed at my son dropping that fly ball because he looked at first base to see if he could get a double play. That is like not even little league shit. Little leaguers do not drop routine fly balls to center. I don't even know how to put it into context. The Yankees collapse. The Dodgers were the better team. I do feel like the better team won. The job they did getting to a World Series championship with 3 starting pitchers, 1 starting pitcher who was available on opening day was available in the playoffs. And they somehow win. Shohei gets his first ring. Mookie gets his 3rd ring. Freddie Freeman, one of the all-time great World Series performances. It was a great day for the Guardabascio family. My kids were going crazy. Maya found a way to include herself. She was reading from her book of spells she got. She was reading good luck incantations.
Oh, I love that.
Which was great. You know, every time we would need a little boost, she would bust that out. So, you know, we found a way to make sure everyone was included in the house, and we were all screaming and going crazy as the fireworks started 1.5 seconds after the strikeout.
Speaking about the fireworks, I'm watching YouTube TV and there's a little delay. So I knew he struck out because the fireworks started like before, you know what I'm saying, homie got into his motion. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
I was like, it's over with. And all I looked around like, oh shit, you know what I mean? People ran out in the streets. There was like a family across the street, ran out in the streets. People are honking the horns. The little kid in the family was like, fuck yeah. Like it was, I'm like, I love sports, bro. But yeah, that fly out, like if you look at Judge's face, he thinks there's no way possible that he can drop that ball.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody more shocked, like than the slow motion, than when he dropped that fucking fly out. It was almost like even like the flight of the ball, it was coming right at his chest. There's like no way it could have happened. It's crazy, G. Like he finally hits a home run. He gets shit going a little bit. You know, he looks like himself a little bit at bat, and then he fucks up in center field, bro. Like he got something to prove next year.
And just to be clear, he's going to be possibly a unanimous AL MVP. You know what I mean? It's like I don't even know. It would be like there isn't even a basketball analogy for it, but it would be like Steph Curry bricking a layup and missing the backboard on a game-winning layup. You know what I mean? It's just like
LeBron missing a dunk wide open. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he did do that
in Game 7. Yeah, but that's where it's like, see, but there's still more of a physical component. Like catching a fly ball, that's your warm-up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's your like that's. Yeah, I don't know, man. It really yes, you're right. The slow-mo was crazy, but also Garrett Cole not covering first base.
Yeah,
like, I understand.
Chilling.
Sometimes relievers come in and they're just trying to throw the ball 110 miles an hour. They forget those responsibilities, but like he threw 100 some of the pitches. That's a starting pitcher. That's an all-star. That's one of the best pitchers. That's one of the best pitching performances. And he just forgot to cover first base, bro. Like
I think he thought homie was just going to, like be able to, get the out
You
on
just
his
can't
own
assume
prior.
that.
But
you can't assume that when you're
not
9,
in the World
bro.
Series. Yeah. Not for sure. It's just inexcusable shit. Crazy fucking inning.
And that was Judge's first error of the whole season for him, dog.
Yes.
And he only had one. I just looked it up. He only had one last season, and he had 0 the season before that.
I mean, it's hard to make errors in center field. Because if you don't get to a ball, it's generally not going to be scored in error. Like, you know what I mean? If you're running and you dive, they're not going to score that in error. You literally kind of have to do what he did. And it's a player of that caliber, a player in the major leagues. You're just not going to drop a. I mean, Kike lost a fly ball to center field that he had to turn and look over his shoulder. He lost it and still, I mean, I don't even know how many times, if you're a major league center fielder, you have repped that literally millions of times. Like Josh, I got it. Yeah, Josh, how are you? I know Josh is fucking miserable right
now. Aaron Judge will never drop a fly ball like that ever again in his career. I guarantee.
Unless he makes it to the World Series again, dog. Like I'm not y'all know on this podcast, none of us really are like, he doesn't have the clutch gene. I just don't see sports that way. Yeah. I don't know how to describe what happened to that dude in the World Series.
I
don't know how to describe.
He hit the home run, and I thought everything was all in well. He hit okay yesterday too. That Yankee team was just so frustrating to watch. They were the worst base running team I think I've ever seen from a Yankee team in my whole life. Even though they made the World Series, situationally they were never good. Their defense was streaky at best.
I know. We got to get to the Love Is Blind recap, but did you hear whoever the TV play-by-play guy is for the Yankees? Did you hear the comment he made about them? I think it was the end of the regular season, or maybe it was the first series, where like they got picked off. It was like the 15th time they got picked off in a couple games or something, and he goes, "That's what the Yankees do. They run the bases like drunks."
Yeah. John Sterling, the radio announcer. Yeah, he said it, and they do. I mean, Volpe, a ball hit off the wall from second base and you don't score. Like, there's just so many things throughout the whole playoffs where it's just like, man, you guys like don't know what you're doing. Like, terrible baseball team. The Dodgers were clearly the better baseball team, deserve it. So congratulations to Los Angeles, the better team for sure.
Thank you, brother. All right, Love Is Blind time. We're gonna turn it over to the Love Is Blind Meister, Tyler. Take it away, brother.
All righty. So the much anticipated reunion, where we wanted to see a lot of shit. We wanted to get a lot of closure, see a lot of loops get closed. They got right to what we were tuning in for. The first topic of discussion was Ashley and Tyler. And I talked to y'all about this. I was like, bro, from the previews that I saw, like, I think Ashley is staying put because they teased it with her saying, "Who you think knows more, me or the internet?" I was like, oh, she's staying, dog. When I saw that in the preview, I was like, she's staying. And basically that was the sentiment that she had, during that discussion. She was like, she said that they had talked off camera and they were debating on if they wanted to keep that private, but Ash was like, I think the viewers deserve to know this whole story, which gives credence to the homie David Dennis's theory. He said that whenever
David Amina nailed it. Yep.
Yeah. Because David's theory was whenever you see them on a couch, he felt like they were rehashing conversations that happened off camera. And they flat out admitted that. They were like, we had that conversation in private. Then we decided to, rehash it, again for the cameras. And basically, bro, like, Ashley just, dog, she's drinking all the dumb juice. She's not going anywhere. That girl is head over heels for that dude. And it's wild because I just got the vibe from Ashley that she was not someone who takes shit, right? Like, that was the vibe I always got from her. But to see that how she's just buying, whatever Tyler's selling and bro, and even had the mom in on it. And the mom was like, they're an inspiration to me, the way they communicate. And motherfucking Vanessa was like, this was such a perfect love story. I was like, bro, do y'all know the shit we know? Because it just felt so surreal. But like I said, bro, I'm not going to get upset for someone who's not upset. Ashley isn't upset, so fuck it. I mean, if you like it, I love it, dog.
I mean, there were I felt like there was good reason for how she felt. You know what I'm saying? I felt like when they discussed it, I didn't feel like he was as much of a monster as he was. He seemed like, they had these discussions prior. Any of the footage that we've seen, she's seen. You know what I mean? So she said they talked about it differently off camera, and he was trying to withhold certain things for particular reasons, maybe because it was in court. I don't know what the fuck was going on at that point. But regardless, it didn't, she doesn't, I don't think she seems dumb to me, or like she's, getting played. I feel like she's decided that she wants to be with him. And there was some things that were being told that we didn't see on camera, speaking to the fact that they said it was edited weird. You know what I mean? Like, and they rehashed certain things, and he said, like, I don't think so. But they had already had a conversation prior to that he just was trying to, shape it a particular way on camera. You feel me? And they spoke to that. So it doesn't seem like she's getting played or, playing herself. It just seems like she knows the situation. Maybe the old girl, like the kid's mother, maybe she is not being 100% honest. We don't know that either. So I don't know. We'll see. It's a crazy situation, but I don't think he's as much of a monster as I felt he was on the show. After the explanations.
The mother of their kids has came out and said that he has not seen those children in a year since she said the day before he left, that was the to go to the pause, that was the last time he saw those kids. Like, look, I know it's a unique situation where you're being the quote unquote sperm donor, whatever have you. I get that, but for him to say, to be a staple in those kids' lives, and to say that that's what he wanted to be a father, even though it was a very unique situation. And for him to just go on the show where he's going to find a wife and then be like, nah, I don't want to do that anymore. That's fuck shit, dog.
I mean, that's fuck shit
if
for
that's
sure.
What's
I'm talking
about
the relationship. Yeah,
that's what's happening.
I don't know that's what's happening. Also, I feel like I'm speaking to their relationship and them in particular. The kid situation, I don't know all the information on that. That's fuck shit if that's the truth. But based upon what we saw last night between those two, it seems like, she knows exactly what's going on. He was upfront with her, at least off camera. You know what I mean? And she made the decision she made because she loved him.
The caveat to this, well, I have two things to say. One, the first is that him referring to them as those kids was insane. Absolutely fucking bonkers. No matter what stage of the relationship he's with them now, calling them those kids is insane. Second, there is now, as me doing the millennial TikTok obsessive thing of trying to get all the backstory, there is the baby mama's mother. So the kids, the young kids' grandmother.
The baby
grandmother was on some Instagram live or TikTok live thing with some reality TV show, internet person. And she was basically saying, Tyler is swindling us again. And they were discussing that because of the timing, that they were saying that Tyler was trying to keep the baby mama quiet for as long as possible, using some pretty crazy threats. We don't know what is true. I don't know what is true. The baby mama is saying that Tyler is like threatening to kill himself if this stuff comes out, and that she's hypothesizing that Tyler was trying to.
Manipulative classic.
And she's theorizing that
that's Tyler coded though. I wouldn't be surprised if that was true.
Right, it is. He's crying on stage.
Yeah.
He apparently she thinks that he was trying to keep the baby mama quiet until the reunion was filmed, because the baby mama's videos came out very recently, and this reunion was filmed presumably like a month ago. So there is now some potential that what we saw from Ashley, we don't know, obviously, we don't know, but it's possible that Ashley didn't have the latest information that the baby mama had released when this reunion was filmed.
I do trust Ashley saying she has the information and that they talked off camera. I thought it was interesting that they pulled the curtain back on no, and then we felt like we needed to recreate it for the camera. I was surprised that they did that. That you generally speaking, it's like pro wrestling on reality shows. Mm-hmm. There's usually no acknowledgement of the editing process, the production decisions. And they did that twice on this show, because they also talked about the producers sitting Leo and Brittany down to be like, we don't believe in you at all. You know what I mean?
Also the Alex situation too, but go ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But so I believe her that she, she's informed. She feels informed. I think what Mina was saying had some credence to it, that it seems like the producers understood this was a hot button. This was just you can't get near the third rail on this. There's shit in court, all this other stuff. And I did, maybe I'm being manipulated too, but I did believe Tyler's regret at the kids being, like he was talking about their birth certificates being posted online and shit like that. I believe his regret in that. And I think maybe he was naive in thinking that situation was resolved enough to allow him to go on TV without it getting dragged out like that. But I do think once it gets into a he said, she said in what is a very unique birth scenario. You know, I don't know. I just sort of back away from it and like, you know, y'all do y'all. You know, you're not my friends. I don't have to, you know, be that invested in this. Like Tyler said, if he really, you know, if her version of events is true, he's a fuck ass motherfucker for sure. I think there's some of that
Not
in
being
there
able to say
regardless.
fuck nigga in that situation is
What's
fuck
that?
ass motherfuckers. That's a lot of consonants in it. That's a lot of syllables, nigga. Like, I hate
Those
it
are
for
the
you, Mike, but
syllables
go
my
ahead.
mouth is
I hate
shaped
it.
to make,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. I'm sorry. I hate it for you though. You did right, but I hate it for you. Go ahead.
But yeah, so I don't know. On the whole, I was happy with like where they seemed to be, but it was funny. Like Tyler's so right when she's like, "This was a fairy tale love story." It's like, where is the fairy tale?
Yeah, I was like,
this
oh,
is a
brother.
Grimm's brother fairy
Yeah,
tale.
The fairy tale is putting a spell on her. I'm telling you, the fairy tale is cooking something up. I don't know.
I mean, but
like
you
tales
said
where the
you
crows
trust.
are pecking eyes
Right,
out at the end. And shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm about to say they're gonna put those kids in a cauldron or some shit like that.
Oh,
It's one of those
no,
fairy
Jesus
tales.
Christ.
Like, yeah.
But yeah, I do trust Ashley though. I think Ashley talking made me believe Tyler more. You know, I mean, it wasn't Tyler and his words, but like Ashley's, you know, account of what happened. I made things seem more reasonable. So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and Ashley just might flat out not care. She just might be one of those chicks who's like, well, he did that to her. That ain't got shit to do with me. But the whole thing is that, that pendulum always swings back, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a character issue. If he did that woman wrong, it's a matter of time before he does you wrong. It's that simple, dog. But yeah. But moving on, the next couple we discussed was Ramses and Marissa.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's still pretty tense between those two. Marissa, you know, came out there, said that, you know, she's still hurting. It's a year later. She said, you know, rewatching it, you know, brought back all the emotions that she had. And you know, Ramses is still up there doing his bullshit about energy, and it wouldn't have been fair to both of us.
I've already poisoned the reservoir, Batman. You'll never get it out.
With them goofy ass pants on.
Too late.
Goofy as fuck.
Joker
The
looking
fit
at
was
him.
whack. Motherfucker looked like Prince, 1989 Batman soundtrack era Prince.
Damn.
Them two little weak ass braids are gone.
He realized how dumb he fucking looked. You feel me? Thank
Yeah, he
God.
probably saw the internet lighting his ass up.
Right.
And he snipped those motherfuckers.
Haircut's still stupid though. Fuck the haircut still though. But go ahead.
Yeah, dog. Did you see the tease for for Marissa's mom confronting her where they showed her silhouette and they showed her holding scissors? Did you pick up on that shit?
No, I did not.
And they're like, and we'll have a mom who confronts one of the panelists, and they showed her silhouette holding
snip.
scissors.
Yeah,
motherfucker. But yeah, it was
She had some bars for his ass though, for sure. But go ahead.
Yeah. And it just, you know, Ramses is just leaning on the same playbook. And, you know, it's nothing changed with him. You know, Marissa is still hurting. She told him, you know, she's really sick of the bullshit that he's selling. Her mama got on him, said, you know, they had a conversation face to face, and you know, I don't know. It's just so wild. Like our concerns with this couple was the chemistry is so hot that flame's gonna burn out, and that motherfucker, they for sure crashed and burned, dog.
They were still fucking though.
Yeah, they still fucking like once
I mean,
Marissa revealed that, I was like, girl. But I mean, I get it because I have never in my life had I never want to see you again breakup. Like that's usually how my breakups went too. Like we agree that this shit ain't working, but you know, we don't quit each other cold turkey. You know what I'm saying? She's still gonna come through on the weekend and we're gonna cook tacos and fuck or whatever, you know, for a month or so. You know? So I understand that.
So that sounds like a great weekend, bro. Honestly,
yeah.
Those weekends be great without the responsibility, though, boy, nigga.
Yeah. I did not. You know, I did not condemn Marissa for that because I know that's usually how a lot of breakups go. But yeah, man.
I feel like I do. I understand what, like, I think some part of it, I think he's full of shit. I think he's full of shit.
Completely
nothing.
bullshit.
You know, nothing can really change that. I do think it was weird where everybody was saying, when you knew you were having, you know, doubts, you should have been forthcoming immediately. I mean, how hot they were at one point, it's going to take some time before you're like, let me process this and then do it. You know what I mean? I love what she said, what the mom said was like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, thanked him for, you know,
very
like
secure.
not, because I was like, yes, you know what I'm saying? That was a bar. You feel me? Because I don't feel like he deserved her. And I do love that Nick Lachey, and he was real respectful with Ramses. He's like, yo, you are like, don't feel like you need to change for anybody. I'm so glad that was said to her. I imagine other people would have said that, but that was the most heartbreaking part of it.
Yeah.
You know, people break up and it sucks, and we've all been there and been hurt. You know what I mean? But for her to go to the point where, like, what can I do? That hurt me. I'm like, baby girl, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to do shit. Fuck this nigga. Go find a nigga that wants you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's out there. You feel me? So
learn to
I'm
love
glad
a
that happened,
Bodan,
but yeah.
bro. Like, learn to love a little white guy who's like center.
Nah,
left.
don't learn to love a Bodan.
I don't know about Bodan specifically,
But it's just like
you love a black woman with a white man, nigga.
Well,
You like, yeah, nigga. Fight root for the
it's a
white
tried
boy,
and
like,
true
nigga.
formula.
Take another one. Take another one away.
In my experience.
Congratulations to you too, though, for sure. I'm happy.
No, but I do think it's like she went too far outside her lane. She did, like, if it's not Bodan, like, you know, she needs to find someone who is in the military and is like liberal for the military. You know what I mean? Like, that's what she's looking for. That, like, and we made fun of him for it, but she's looking for my radical belief is that everyone should be able to eat food. Like, that's her speed. You know what I mean?
There are lots of people in the chat, or a few people in the chat, saying they don't fuck with Marissa for how she stood up for Hannah. We will get to that. I promise we will get to the Hannah stuff. But just talking about Marissa and Ramses specifically, she is the victim. He's an asshole. Let's be very clear. Yeah. And I hated how
a victim and still be like.
Still be an asshole.
Or still
it's situational.
That's what life is,
you know,
right.
Yeah,
in this specific relationship with her and Ramses, the other thing that I hated about Ramses is they were like, I forget if it was Nick or Vanessa. One of them asked him, like, is there anything else you want to clear up? And he was like, I know everyone's pissed. I know everyone is mad about the condom thing, but let me be clear. We talked about it, and I'm just like, bro, stop trying to walk it back. Okay, I don't care what the edit was.
He's trying to let people in his Instagram DMs know
exactly
if they're finding that, he'll fuck him with a condom.
I don't care what the edit was. I don't care how many conversations you had separate from that one. You were straight up like, I don't care about you and your body. Like period. Period.
She said she even, I think I saw something where she said, I don't forget where I saw it. Maybe on TikTok, whatever the fuck. Rather be sending me all this shit. You know what I'm saying? But she said something where she said that conversation didn't quite go like that. So she spoke to that. So I understand he would want to take up. I mean, because that looked horrible. So if she's saying it didn't quite go like that, she called him out on all his bullshit. You know what I mean? So I don't think she would just take up with for him for no reason. But she was like, that didn't quite go like that. But that's
fine. But him having that as the one thing he wants to clear up is exactly what Mike is saying.
I was a dickhead. But
he's telling all of the other women out there, we can work it out.
It's not a deal breaker for me.
What I hated about him too was that he had a thumb hole in his sleeves.
I know that shirt and the thing.
That is the nastiest, goofiest shit, bro. Under a jacket, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, did y'all ever go to school knowing you were gonna get beat up, bro, or like knowing that it was some like it was something coming for you that day?
I had a zit on my nose that was crazy. And I used to fire niggas up, and I knew it was my turn that day. I knew it was my turn.
Did you dress up like a Riddler henchman?
Nah, nigga, I had on my best Nautica fucking jacket and shoes. Dressed up really,
a hoodie.
So they couldn't get me for that. They couldn't get me for that. I tried to lay down in class so they couldn't see my nose, but niggas was like, nah, Bubba, it's your turn. You've been heating us up for 2 years. It was my sophomore year, nigga. Bro, nigga, I remember this one nigga, Matt. I was had my head down. This is real quick. Had my head down in class. You know what I'm saying? Spanish class. Mr. Stewart looked up. Matt was high as fuck on some acid and colored a whole paper, both sides red, balled it up, and taped it to his fucking nose. I looked up, and then they started throwing it around class, and I had nothing. I remember my nigga Craig was like, yeah, nigga, it's your turn, ain't it? How'd it feel? Like, he was like, how it feel? Because I used to be heating niggas up, but yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I do know how that feels.
Yeah, they let your ass up.
Oh, they lit my ass up. That was like, yeah, they lit. Man, the zit was like, it looked like an eraser.
Let me do a segue. He threw that balled up red piece of paper at you like a grenade.
Boom.
Perfect. Perfect segue.
Yes.
So
That
yes.
deserves-
On to Nick and Hannah. I didn't know what to really expect from this couple, but I didn't expect for shit to get feisty like this. I thought that I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they were homies, if they were hanging out, bar hopping and shit like that, because it seemed like the breakup was pretty amicable. It seemed like it wasn't any bad blood there, but they come there and bro, and Hannah's got a new look. Like she slimmed down. She
Zippy?
Zippy. Yeah, Hannah had the new look. She came out there. Wifey was like, I didn't even know who the fuck that was at first. You know what I'm saying? So
wait, that
yeah, and basically, the big story of their conversation was that Nick was talking shit about how he was just not attracted to her behind her back. He said that she was a 5 out of 10. He called her a grenade. That grenade, that's some Jersey Shore shit, right?
Only Steven is the person that admitted to that. I don't trust shit that comes out of Steven's mouth.
No,
but anyway.
No.
No, I think that was proven.
No. Monica.
Proven?
Yeah, Monica said.
Monica said that Steven told her.
Marissa
but
said
Ramses too was like, come on,
Marissa
bro.
and
Was like,
yeah,
come on, bro.
Yeah, but he didn't say the grenade part.
Alex too. So he for sure was talking shit about her.
But,
and the male fiancés were telling their fiancés.
He said she wasn't attracted, but the grenade part. The only person that said the grenade part happened was Steven, and he told Monica, and Monica told everybody else. The other shit he said, like they admitted to him not fucking with her. Grenade is wild.
I suppose we aren't 100% sure, but he definitely was talking shit.
Yeah. He was talking shit though. That's a fact.
Never called
the grenade part is a
I
lie.
had never heard that before. That's a Jersey thing, Josh.
That was Jersey Shore shit, bro. That's what that's what those dudes used to call the ugly girl in a group of pretty girls. They were like, who's gonna hop on the grenade?
Really?
Yeah.
He definitely said that because I know he watched Jersey Shore.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Definitely said that shit. Oh my God.
Deductive reasoning suggests.
Oh, that suggests for sure. Because Renee just seems such a wild thing but like I know he watched Jersey Shore. Okay, the math. Okay, makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And so and that was the funniest part about it is when Monica was like, Steven, we know that you said these things, and then they just asked Steven. They were like, Steven, did he say it? And Steven was like, yeah.
Yep.
Like Steven didn't give a fuck. Steven wasn't on bro code or whatever, dog. He did not give a fuck. He just was like, yeah, he said the shit. And bro, and yeah, and then Shorty that what's her name? The one who kept calling him cute and all that, she popped up there too.
Katie.
And Katie. She's like, I never knew you were so mad at me for all this time. I sent flowers and everything. And
nigga, I put my face.
Hey, and then Marissa's mom.
Go ahead.
Marissa's mom with the little comment of like, she made you feel like shit for a whole year. Marissa's mom, low key.
Marissa's mom is such a real one. She's the Oracle
of Delphi of this whole fucking season, bro. She did like one time the whole season, even being a crazy motherfucker.
Crazy person, but a real one.
I feel
and let no one slide.
Yeah. In that situation, he was telling his homies he didn't find her attractive. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, nigga. Everybody made it seem like what Hannah was doing was being a straight up dickhead
to him.
He was like to him. He was just telling his homies, yo, I'm underwhelmed. You feel
that
me?
is part of the experience.
Yes, exactly. And there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong for saying he ain't really tripping off of, but I'm gonna see what time it is. You feel me? But like, I'm not really fucking with it at first glance. I mean, she didn't fuck with him too. You want me to say, look, you a 5 out of 10, but I'm gonna see what's going on. You know, like you said, you were short, nigga. Like that don't make no sense. Be 100. You want me to be 100? You like a fucking grenade, nigga. That's not good, bro. That's an asshole. You keep the shit to yourself. He wants to see how it goes, and that makes sense. I think it's weird that they expect him to tell the woman to her face that he didn't think she was attractive. That's not the way you move.
You're fatter than I thought you'd be.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you wanted him to say.
But you could talk to your homies and be like, and the homies should have shut the fuck up. That was whole shit. Especially motherfucking Cipriani, whatever the fuck that nigga ain't. Ramses goofy ass. Bitch, shut your Joker dressing ass up, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. And fuck you in them goofy ass dress you finally cut, you lame ass nigga. Bitch, it's time to be forthcoming. Bitch, quit saying forthcoming. Find another word, lame ass nigga. The fuck, I'm tired of you. Take your goofy ass on somewhere. I would have had heat for these lame Steven, shut your pegging ass up, nigga. Tune it up somewhere, nigga. Shut the fuck up, tripping. I'm finna go.
Really his ass up, bro.
Yeah, but I hated how them niggas was like making him seem like he told his homies in confidence,
that I ain't really, you know what I'm saying, feeling it like that. But let's see what time it is. There's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? Like if he were to tell the girls or tell Hannah that would be some dickhead shit. You feel me?
So here's my thing. I was bummed out that Hannah like did not learn anything from the show and clearly went home and doubled down on being a fucking asshole. Like, you know, that bummed
She wouldn't
me
even
out.
apologize to him at the end about how she talked. She did everything but apologize to him about how she talked to them.
And it was like, and you could see, I mean, I think she was in her feelings about whatever was going on in his Instagram comments or something, but like she knew when she left the show that she was an asshole to him, you know? And so then to come back like however many months later for the reunion, like, I'm direct. I know I'm direct. It's like, no one's here for that shit, bro. Like, come on.
I do think how like her getting like people going to her IG, clowning her, talking shit about her. I don't think she deserves that. I mean, she was a jerk, but I think like that I don't think many people deserve that. I don't think she did anything to deserve that. She was just a jerk to the dude. You know what I mean? The internet can get really mean and really disrespectful, and for her to be a young woman, you know what I'm saying? You know, I know, you know, people are mistreating the fuck out of her. I haven't seen her IG. So I don't, you know, condone any of that shit. I just feel like, you know, in this show, you feel me? There was one person who was an asshole and one person who was bullied, and it wasn't old boy that lived with his mom. He was just a loser, but he wasn't, you know,
He's just
being
a
an
loser
asshole.
who hates eating pussy, bro.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he was.
I think we're gonna put a bow on that topic with that one. Okay, so then we get to Garrett and Taylor. Nothing to see there. Perfect fucking storybook couple, as we all expected. So good for them.
How about, hey, I'm married to a attractive woman. I better learn to fucking dress myself. How about
dress
that?
to the point where he's a fucking model now. Like, not only did he flip, you know, nigga got upper hand, you know what I'm saying? At this point, nigga, like, you ready to move to, she living in Fredericksburg, you feel me? Like, it's like, shit, I'm gonna make it shake. You know, got the little JTT haircut.
I thought it was funny how Taylor was also like nice enough to give him credit. She was like, "No, it's just him. Like he's had his glow up. It's not me."
Real couple, bro.
That's real.
That's a rush. You gotta lie sometimes, and you gotta lie. You know what I'm saying? Lying for your.
Like we saw her in the show. Be like, your haircut sucks, bro. It sucks. Yeah. And now she's like, no.
For 30 years, he looked one way, and 1 year he's on the catwalk. Nigga, but we all know where
I've
that
always
came
had
from.
a latent interest in fashion. Motherfucker, you are a fisher. That's all you do is fish, bro. You don't have a latent interest in shit.
You know what I'm saying?
She said she went through your whole Instagram. It was just fish.
Nigga, all of a sudden you out here with the leather brunch boots, square toe, nigga. That's like, nigga, you skipping levels, nigga. That ain't you. You feel me? She gave you the turbo boots, nigga. You feel me? So
I always love couples that don't do the easy jokes with people that are like, it's more important to me that my spouse knows how I feel about them than that I laugh at your dumbass joke. We got a sports club out here called the Century Club. They do a football pick league every year, and Shar won the football pick league 2 years in a row. And you know, all these dudes were like, Mike's making the pick. I corrected every single fucking one of them. It's like, I know you're not making a real comment. I know you're making a joke at the bar or whatever, but like, that's my actual wife in real life. Yeah, we're getting in the car afterwards, and I'm not going to let you have even a 0.1% laugh at her expense, bro. Right, so I really respected her being like, it'd be real easy to go, ha, 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 like on the reunion. She was like, no, that's my husband. Like, he fucking... he figured out color palettes himself.
The one negative thing I will say about them is that I do not like that they're living in Fredericksburg. They're adults. They can make whatever decision they want. We have talked about how this town, Tyler has talked about, I've never been to Fredericksburg. It does not seem like a place for Taylor.
For others.
Yeah. And she wants to move to San Diego. They don't have to move. I'm not saying they got to move to San Diego because that he's close to his family.
The DC thing makes more sense.
The DC thing makes plenty of sense. I don't like it. After his comment, I'm still not over it in episode 1. His parents being who his parents are, and they're living in Fredericksburg for a year. I don't know. I just don't know about all that.
This is my favorite part of the entire, you know what I'm saying, reunion
was when everybody was bickering. It seemed like everybody. And I look at him and he's looking at his belt, fixing his belt. And I'm like, that's beautiful. That's the peace you want in the chaos. Like he seems just like everybody was bickering and him and her were just sitting there chilling. I'm like, good for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I like that too.
They threw a bunch of crazies in there, but y'all didn't. Y'all found y'all one for sure.
And I said
everybody else is
chat,
tweaking. You know what I mean?
I said in the group chat how he was just like, I'm really excited to move on from this topic. I was like, yes.
He wanted to go home.
That is a normal
and be
guy.
In love with his fucking way. This was just like it's under him now, nigga. He's in Paris with it. You feel me?
You know, got the gold medal. He won. This. It's over.
And yeah, he got the one of the fucking shit. Like, dog, it's over with, bro. You know what I mean? Why double back? You feel me?
Yeah. All right. Next couple, we had Steven and Monica, the couple that was thrown asunder by some hot and steamy kinky texts.
I have just one comment briefly, which is I mentioned that he reminded me of some people I'm close to who've gone through treatment for sex addiction and stuff. The extent to which he reminded me in this episode of those people pre-recovery was like it really was like uncomfortable to watch.
You had to look away a little bit.
This is a dude who needs to, I mean, like all reality show shit aside, this is a dude who like needs to get himself some help. Cause he was even up there like in that same mode. You know what I mean? It was just like, come on, like you had a whole year, bro. You know, to like do some self-reflection, whatever. But I think Tyler hit it on the head, bro. He's had some freaky frogs hopping in those DMs, I bet, man. And he's on his frog fest right now.
Oh yeah. Listen. There's a lid for every pot, and I know he's getting a whole bunch of lids in those motherfucking DMs.
They gonna try to see if it fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, we gonna try you regardless.
Yeah, but you know, Steve, like Steve is one of those dudes who thinks that just taking accountability should make everything okay, and that's just not how shit works. Like when he mentioned that he wrote Monica's parents a letter apologizing, Monica's like, I knew you were gonna do that shit.
I knew your goofy ass was gonna do that shit.
Yeah, she's like, I knew you wrote that shit just so you could say that shit at the reunion. Like, you know, she sees through the bullshit, and he shouldn't have mentioned that. Like, if I wrote the shit, you know, if I wrote a letter to, you know, my ex-fiance's parents, I wouldn't fucking boast on that shit. But I think I would want Monica to at least mention it and be like, you know, he did, you know,
I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to do right. You know,
right. Like Monica, you got to put that out there. I wouldn't put it out there though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just dog, and he actually was taking the sleep test. We got photographic evidence of that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's dog. It's just, and he said that he never
really
met
quick, I just want to emphasize because we talked about this. That means he was lying about being drunk. Like, if it really was a clinical sleep study, which it was, they do not let you go in there drunk. You can see how much equipment is hooked up to him. Like I said, I have friends who've gone through that shit. It's a real medical study. So he's completely full of shit saying
he was
like,
sober talking
I was
about
drunk.
pegging.
I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, you were sober talking about
that was sober peg talk, nigga. Quit lying to the people.
I was about to say what Tyler's about to say though.
Yeah, the wild shit is we find out he's never met this woman. He ruined a potential.
I believe that part.
Yeah, I believe it. He said they had just been, you know, texting off of Instagram for about a year or so, never met her, and he ruined his hypothetical marriage over a hypothetical woman. Like just a whole bunch of weird shit going on with that dog.
I can't believe he explained the way the interaction went. Like he was like, I'm not going to go into detail, and he didn't go into a lot of detail, but I could not believe how he was like, it wasn't even about that at first. She just messaged me about something else and then mentioned she had some new kinks. So I just felt it was normal to ask, what kinks? I'm like, dude, have you lost it? You're up on the stage with Marissa right there going to say that? Like, what
it felt like in 5th grade when they would do the DARE assembly and they'd be like, someone's going to offer you heroin. You know, and you just be like, even as a 5th grader, like, I don't think someone's gonna offer me heroin, bro. It's like I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of people. I've been married basically my whole adult life, but I just don't see where you talk about like the new Avengers movie. Like, do you fuck with like what the direction they're taking with Robert Downey Jr.? And then she just goes, I have some new kinks.
Yeah, like what?
I mean, listen. They've been talking for a year,
right?
If you talking to this weird ass dude for a year, you probably a weirdo too.
Right, I believe that it's been the whole conversation. I don't believe that they were just discussing like music and then she just said, I have new kinks. And he said,
I mean, hey, man, I don't know, G. Like, I don't know. I think he would do that. So I think people that he's been talking to for that long,
It's
I
only
can
been
see him doing
conversation
it for sure.
It's only conversation. They've only had conversation. I could see somebody like that doing it. I don't know. Regardless, I think he got offered heroin. I think he got. That's the one time.
The last thing I'll say about Steven is I'm like deep on Love is Blind TikTok, and there's this like black lady like reviewer who like gives comments on all of them. And I forget her name. I wish I could give her credit. But she was like, Steven in his fit, he's really trying extremely hard to give African studies professor. And I thought that was the funniest thing in the whole world. She was like, "We don't claim you though. We do not claim you, Steven."
He had on the motherfucking "I'm not guilty" glasses up.
Yeah.
Motherfucker ain't wear glasses all fucking season. Come on, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right, and then moving on, we had Tim and Alex. Bro, it's still beef between them two. It feels like it's some forever beef with them. Like nothing got resolved. We did get the details on what Alex called Tim, which was a little bitch.
She called him a little ass bitch.
Yeah, you acting like a little ass bitch, which is wild. I've never been called that by a woman I was romantically dealing with ever.
Never.
And I honestly don't think I could come back from that, dog. I've told y'all before.
That early in the relationship, there's nothing under that. You know what I mean? Like that. What that was like. They'd known each other for 2 weeks. They'd only seen each other in person for like 2 days.
Yeah,
and you get called a little ass bitch. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Like I said, bro, when I was out here dating, like if you talk crazy to me once, we were done. Because if there's no respect there, then bro, like what are we both doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Also, this is the honeymoon stage. Ain't no telling what you're gonna do when you get used to get comfortable. You feel me?
Right. Like if I know you don't respect me, I'm not gonna be my true self with you. I'm not gonna be affectionate towards you. I'm not gonna want to do shit for you. I'm not gonna be jokey with you. Right? Like we're both wasting each other's time once that line gets crossed. You know. So yeah, so she called him a little bitch, and then we find out that they rehashed the whole shit, and he is still sticking to his guns about how he felt that he did her parents wrong by sleeping after hanging out with her for 5 hours, and he threw in her face that you were at the club and the last night. She was like, I had to sleep because I had to go bartend that night. He's like, well, you was at the club the night before.
That was a totally different night though, so that was weird. They both kind of weird, bro.
Yeah, they are two people who just do not want to lose an argument, and they were just a terrible parent. They were just terrible parent because if you're in a relationship with an Alex or with a Tim, someone has to concede some ground. You know what I mean? And neither one of those two were budging on shit.
It was interesting how it was, kind of framed in the show, the situation. Like Alex did something. She called him a little bitch, yeah, but like the fact that the producers had to come in and calm him down and shit. Like you call me a bitch. Let me go ahead and shake on your ass real quick. I would have just the second time see you, like, my nigga, okay, let me just get a flight out of here. I'm not going, I've known you for 2 days, nigga. You know what I mean? I'm not getting right over you, but like that seemed weird and like it was framed differently. And also there was a point when he was talking to her where he was like, why would you want to just do that if somebody wants to love on you and shit? Like, and that's why y'all, and I'm like,
I was like, I was like, you might be one of them.
You might.
He's definitely one of them.
I'm not going to say what we said in the group chat, but you know what I'm saying? It kind of, because I don't want to, make that type of suggestion. But yeah, it was like, nigga, anyway, yeah, they both did not need to be together for sure. I think they both need to talk to somebody.
She looked great, though. She did look great.
Oh, yeah.
I shall not speak on what Art's talking about. Looked great. Oops, are you talking about?
The chat was mentioning early on about the other cast members that were there and how they looked as well. So
I'll just say that the text message I sent to the group chat, hello to my wife who listens to our Love Is Blind, Rico. I just said they're right there. They are right there.
Yeah. I told you, Rhonda was like, she's like, someone excited. I can't stop looking at her titties.
About AD or Alex?
She's like, how can you look at her and not see her titties? Like do you just look at her titties when you talk? Yeah, that was funny as hell. But
yeah, man. Shout out to AD. It was really good seeing her. That's my goat, dog. My
great
favorite.
to see AD.
Really that's your goat?
That is my goat. My favorite Love Is Blind cast member ever, dog.
Hey, you know who she cracking though? You know who she cracking? I looked it up. Ollie, the dude from the UK. Y'all ain't fuck with the UK because y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all ain't fucking with that.
Xenophobic.
But I didn't want to say xenophobes. Didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. I was trying to refrain, but you said it. Y'all
We're
xenophobes.
Europhobic. We're Europhobic.
Okay,
Tyler,
whatever.
We don't want
whatever.
to see the.
It is
We don't
what
want
it
to see
is,
him
nigga.
sipping tea and crumpets out of those golden chalices.
But I'm gonna tell you this: the chick he was fucking the chick he had a chick he was fucking with, and he was really solid with her, right? There's another baddie that was there that didn't make it out the what's the name, the pods. He ended up dating her, and now he cracking AD, bro. His CV is top tier, bro. bro, they are.
He's got a Jeter
right
resume,
now,
bro.
There's a bunch of people that are looking to hire this man. You know what I'm saying? Stealing from his job.
He's getting some jobs just based on a first look. Skipping the interview stage. They're like,
DMs are a lot of job offers. I'm telling you,
the headhunters are after him.
He's like 6'4", looking like Craig David. You know what I'm saying? Like the athletic Craig David. You know, the nigga that would a hoop. You feel me? Like nigga, there's a lot of job offers in them DMs for sure.
So Tyler, the next season that was everybody, right?
We had Leo and Brittany pop up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Hey, Leo put on a pretty good redemption act. I was like, maybe I was wrong about this dude. He seemed cool as fuck on the reunion. Was
he a weirdo, but he seemed cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know those people that are weird, they're like, you awkward as hell. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I see how people will fuck with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could tell. I think when people see themselves on TV in a show like that, they either want to improve the bad things about themselves or they double down on them. I think Hannah doubled down on them. I think Leo clearly saw himself and was like, damn, I was talking about the money a lot. Like,
I don't fuck with that nigga I see on television. I need to tighten up. And
so I think he's still a weirdo,
that, you know
but I appreciate that reaction in a person. And then I just would say of Brittany, like, that was Trump levels of bronzer. Like, I like that couch looked crazy when she stood up off of it, bro. Like, I'm surprised she didn't put orange marks on people's suits when she was hugging them and shit. That was like excessive. It was an excessive amount of bronzer.
Yeah. That's her thing.
Yeah.
But
It was almost blackface. It was
orange face.
It was almost like you put too much on here. Like,
what are we doing here?
yeah. All right. So the next season is going to be coming out on Valentine's Day, February 14th in Minneapolis. Tyler, John, what are your? I know we weren't as excited about the prospects in Minneapolis.
Ugly. It's gonna look like a Simpsons cast.
You aren't hip to Minneapolis, bro.
No,
real big Habesha population out there. They might have one of those baddies or two on there.
I thought that was Milwaukee, but you know what I'm saying. But
what
yeah,
was that face, John?
Interesting, but I feel like based upon what they showed us, you know what I'm saying, I saw a bunch of Simpsons characters. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how the producers made decisions. You know what I mean?
All right. Thanks for the chat. Thanks, Tyler.
Never mattered a big forehead, though. Big
forehead quickly before we wrap, we are not going to, just a programming note, we are not going to have a Sunday episode, but we are dropping a really, 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 really cool interview on Monday with Keyshawn Davis, the boxer.
Keyshawn Davis, the boxer.
He was awesome.
He's so cool, bro.
I am not that into boxing. That interview fucking rocked, and I highly recommend everyone go watch them when we drop it on Monday morning.
Excited for that, and then we'll be back next week with some other episodes. I'm a miss Love Is Blind, man. I love our little Love Is Blind dish sessions.
February, they running it back real quick, baby.
And the vibes next week might turn sour with Tuesday. So,
oh yeah,
enjoy the fun while it was had, guys. Enjoy the fun while it was
Jackson.
had.
Thanks for that, bud. All right, y'all. We'll see. Everyone have a great Halloween. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.